What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first sign I see is the first sign I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking Zodiac signs in love. Hopefully, you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, or my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to my notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw was Sagittarius. So we're gonna go ahead and get it poppin'. Shout out Team Saggy. I do want to say, as always, everybody, before we get started, if you're interested in a personal read, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description box below if you'd like to book me there. Before we continue, let me go ahead and say what's up here to some peeps, and then we'll go ahead here and get started. Pinky, what up? What's going on, Mahogany? What's going on, Kevin? Traz, Dope Butterfly, Taylor, what's poppin'? Rennie, Noah, what's going on? Locks for Love, how are you? He said, what up, fam? Hi, Ann. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Likewise to you. Thank you. What's going on, Jenny? Rastafari Ann? What's going on, Coco? How's everybody doing here today? Without further ado, though, we're going to get it popping, and we're going to start out here with Sagittarius. So, Team Saggy, let's have a look here at your next 24. What do we got in store here for Sagittarius, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Zodiac. Moving on into the next 24 hours. What's going to be showing up here for Team Sagittarius? Hopefully, we are looking at some really fantastic stuff, okay? We're going to get about 2 more shuffles, Sag, and we'll see what we got going on. Starting out here with the overall energy, we have here the 9 of Cups in reverse. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have here the 4 of Swords, what you're dealing with here. We have the 4 of Pentacles, and then looking at the outcome, Sagittarius, is going to be the 5 of Cups. Nice. All right, so let's take a look here at this situation. Now, you'll understand why I said nice about the 5 of Cups in a moment. I know some people are like, not a nice card. Bear with me. Hang on in there with me. So, overall energy, Sagittarius, 9 of Cups reversed, okay? Typically with this card, this is the energy of a lack of fulfillment, so it does feel like you're trying to take a break right now from unfulfilling things in your life. However, though, it does kind of feel like there's something highlighted here, okay? So you're trying to take a break from being unfulfilled, but it feels like one situation's kind of like been bothering you lately. It's kind of been getting at you. It's been eating at you a little bit. Having a look at what you're dealing with here, 4 of Pentacles, it's the energy of holding on. So you're having a difficult time like letting something go, getting something off your mind in the next 24 hours. So that's where it's a little bit rough and rocky. But when you see the outcome here being the 5 of Cups, granted 5 of Cups can represent disappointment. The thing about the 5 of Cups though is that there's a goal that comes along with this card. Even though 3 cups here have been spilled and they're knocked over, there are 2 cups over here that are still left standing. And basically the lesson of the 5 of Cups is here to say that despite the fact that you might have lost something, or despite the fact that there's something in general that's made you upset that you've missed out on, or that you're going through a time right now where you're not genuinely happy, 2 of Cups that are still left standing says there's still so much more out there for you to gain. So even if you feel like you've lost something, you always have more to gain. Even if you feel, Sagittarius, like you're in a period of time where you're going through it, there are going to be better days ahead. So the lesson the 5 of Cups says is even if it's bad right now, it's not going to be bad forever. Even if it's tough right now, it's not going to be tough forever. And that's the lesson of the card. And that's why I wanted to tell you guys that there is a nicer aspect to seeing this outcome. I know for your next 24 hours, maybe you're going through it about something. I'm not sure entirely what's happening right now. But at the end of the day, despite it being tough and difficult, I want you guys to know there will always be better days ahead. And the way that I tend to look at it is that if we're at a bit of a down point right now, that only means that we're closer to an up point than we think, right? Because we live in a reality of duality. There's always going to be positive and negative. So if we're in a little bit of a hard spot, that means a good time's pretty close. All right, Sagittarius. So my advice to you is that if your next 24 hours is a little bit rough around the edges, hang in there. There are better days coming. Okay, I love you, Sag. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Of course, take it if it resonates, and leave it if it doesn't. So let's go ahead and keep it moving, guys. We've touched base here so far with our fire. Let's go ahead and do fire, water, air, and earth today for today's lineup. Real quick, what's going on, Autumn? I love your account. First time seeing you live. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Virgo Beauty, what's going on? Hey, Jessica. Hey, what's going on? Amy. What's up, Red Sky? What's going on? Larissa. I'm saving up some cash flow so I can get myself a personal reading. Woohoo. That's what's up. Can't wait to go ahead and see you at some point. Heather Ann said, great membership read today, but I have a question. Does sus mean in regards to the Scorpio reading? I didn't understand what the words mean. Sus basically means suspect, as Locks for Love pointed out, okay? Anyhow, though, let's go ahead and keep it moving. we're going to hop on into our water. For the water signs, let's go ahead and have a look here at Team Cancer and see what's going on for your next 24 here, baby. Messages coming in here for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got in store here for Team Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for you? Let's go ahead and take a look. One more shuffle incoming, and we will see what is up. Now, Cancer, overall energy for you is going to be the Page of Swords. Taking a look here into the current energy, we have here the Magician in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. We have here the Ten of Swords. And then looking at the outcome for Cancerian, it's going to be the Five of Pentacles in the upright position. So, Cancer, what do we got going on here for you? Coming into your next 24 hours, guys, Page of Swords showing up here to the Magician in reverse. Kind of getting the feeling lately that you're not trying to show up in this energy of hesitancy, but it's almost like you feel like you can't help it. I think you're trying not to be hesitant. You're trying to go full force in a situation. Maybe you're trying to face your fears, something of that nature, but you still feel really hesitant at this time. Looking at what you're dealing with though, Ten of Swords, I feel like what's coming to an ending in your next 24 hours, which is genuinely good, is going to be the energy of hesitancy. So if you've been hesitant, if you've kind of been having a hard time or a struggle facing a fear or doing something that at the end of the day, you know you want to do it, but for some reason you've been feeling like you're holding back, I think that confidence here is abruptly shining on in for your next 24 hours, and you're not feeling that hesitancy as you might have originally felt. You're starting to tap into more of a fuck it, I'm going to go for it type of vibe, and it feels really, really good for you. You know, looking at the outcome here, Five of Pentacles here says, at the end of the day, the number one thing I need to isolate myself from is this feeling of being too worried or too hesitant to go for it, you know? I always tell people, at the end of the day, whether it's about facing a fear or anything of that nature, the moment you face something you're hesitant of, or the moment you face your fear, is the moment when that fear becomes fearless energy, right? When you do something that scares you, in return, what you end up getting is no more fear jumping into that. So Cancerians, for your next 24 hours, definitely seems like a time here to face your fears. I'm not sure necessarily what could be freaking you out or what you might be worried about. Maybe you have like a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Maybe you have like a job interview. Maybe you have a first date, right? I remember being super scared of my first date. My first date was when I was 12 years old, and it was super embarrassing. And I don't think I'll get fully into the story, but let's just say that wasn't really the greatest first kiss I could have ever had. I made a boo-boo. Anyhow, though, it was definitely a time where it was nerve-wracking, right? But once I knocked it out, I was like, fuck it, baby. Let's go on some more dates. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel for you guys, Cancer, whatever the case may be. You're going to be getting over some sort of fear here, and I think you're going to go for it. You're going to embody the energy of fuck it, let's go for it. And I really encourage a lot of people to do that. Do what scares the hell out of you, because once you go ahead and do it, it becomes less scary every time, to the point where there is literally zero fear in what you're diving into. So how do you overcome it? You just fucking do it. Period. All right, Cancer, I love it. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for tuning in nonetheless. We're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So Cancers, thanks for stopping by. So far, guys, we've done our fire, we've done our water. Let's get on into our air signs. For the air signs, Team Libra, let's go ahead and get it popping. What do we got showing up here for Libra, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Zodiac in the next 24 hours. What's going to be showing up here for Team Libra in the next 24 hours? What do we got going on here for you? Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Team Libra. Starting out with the overall energy, what do we have? And we have here the Eight of Cups. You could be connecting here possibly with a water sign, like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Coming into the current energy, we have here the Queen of Cups, what it is you're dealing with. We have here the Knight of Swords in reverse. And then having a look at the outcome, Libra, is going to be the Nine of Wands in the upright position. So let's take a look here, Libra, and see what's going on. You begin here first and foremost with the Eight of Cups, typically the energy of walking away. And Queen of Cups, typically the energy of like really embodying how you feel, paying close attention to your emotions. I kind of feel like you're trying to avoid how you're feeling emotionally right now, Libra, because looking at what you're dealing with, I feel like something's not coming through. It's like the image that I'm getting is like, imagine trying to put your card in a chip reader and the payment just won't go through, right? that can be a really frustrating situation. And it feels like that's where you're at in life. Like something's just not coming through. And I feel like you're trying to not be emotional about it. You're trying to not react to that situation, but it is pretty darn frustrating, you know? Maybe this could be that somebody's not coming through for you, and that could be a major frustrating factor. Maybe you've been working your ass off and you feel like it's still not paying off. Maybe you've been really doing your best here to improve the situation, but once again, it's like, where the hell is that payoff? Or why won't it just go through? That's kind of the frustration aspect I'm seeing here. You know, looking at the outcome, 9 of Wands, I think you have a lot of stress that's kind of bottling up within you at this point. And it's like, I don't want to keep on bottling this stress and packing aside my feelings, but holy shit, something's got to give. Because at one point or another, I want to see all the things that I've been wanting to see come through for me actually come through. Now, what I tend to notice is when I'm incredibly frustrated and I'm at a point in time on my path where something isn't coming through for me, but I want it to really bad, I take that as a moment to realize that it's probably closer than I think. And this is the time where you are being the most tested to really continue to be patient and believe in yourself twice as much. It's the time to double down when situations like this happen. So let's say right now your goal or you have a goal or a path in mind, and it's like, it just doesn't feel like it's working out. It doesn't feel like it's coming through. When you start feeling those doubts, this is the time to believe in yourself now more than ever. Because if you can push through that and maintain your belief, you're going to get to the desired outcome. Whatever you've been waiting to see come through is going to come through. Now, on the other side of the coin, if it happens to be a person who's not coming through for you, sure, we can't override the free will of other people. However, what I will say is if you've been waiting for somebody to come through for you and they never come through for you, take a look at that as a sign and recognize this person's showing me they don't give a shit. And if somebody doesn't give a shit, why should I allow them to be involved in my life? You should want to be around people who give a shit too. So word to the wise, if you're dealing with somebody here, Libra, my advice on this stance is if somebody's not coming through for you ever, they are not necessarily saying that they don't give a shit, but they're showing you, and actions speak louder than words. So you want to be mindful if you're on that side of the coin. However, if you're on the other side of the coin where you've been working hard but you're not getting a payoff, inevitably that payoff's going to come through. So double down more on your belief and keep persevering. Not everything's going to come on our timing, but there is divine timing, and it is definitely at play. Okay? So Libras, do take this one if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you so much for watching nonetheless. Really appreciate you tuning in, okay? We're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have done so far our fire, water, and air. Let's get on into our earth signs. Jumping into earth, we're going to take a look here at Team Taurus. So let's go ahead and get it popping. What do we got showing up here for the bulls, baby? Messages in store here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Zodiac in the next 24 hours. What is coming up here, please, for our zodiac signs of Taurus in the next 24 hours? What do we got going on here for you? Let's go ahead and take a look. Taurus gang, overall energy for you is going to be the 10 of Cups in reverse. You might be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Coming into the current energy, 5 of Cups, what it is you're dealing with, Taurus, Knight of Wands, and then looking at the outcome for you, 9 of Cups showing up in reverse for you at this time. Interesting. It kind of feels like you're in a period of time where I don't even want to say you're trying, because I don't think you are. I think you are noticing that you are not happy with either a person, with a situation, with where you're at in life. I think it's becoming abundantly clear that something's got to change, and that you need to start moving in the direction more so towards your passions, or more so towards what is going to bring forth and spark interest. I think you're starting to feel the feelings of, right now, a situation feels kind of dull. Right now, a situation feels really unfulfilling. And with that being said, I don't want to be in a dull energy. I want my interest to be piqued. If you're a Taurus and you've kind of been on everyday life has kind of felt like the same shit, different day, you're looking to spark up the excitement, man. You're looking for something that is going to pique your interest. However, though, 9 of Cups reversed, it's like, well, I'm so deep right now into whatever I'm doing that feels so dull and unfulfilling that I don't know if I could walk away from that. Maybe some of you are like, I can't even be at this job anymore. It's so dull. It's such a boring job. However, though, I would love to find something exciting, but you can't sit there and tell yourself you're stuck, because you always have a choice, Taurus. And I need you to remember that. You always have a choice. Nothing is ever set in stone. You can do whatever the fuck you want with your life. So if you're at a point right now, guys, where it's like, I hate my freaking job, don't be afraid to walk away from it. You know, you're not trapped here. You don't have to stay there. You know, I would always say be responsible. Don't just, you know, quit a job with no income. Make sure that you have something else lined up for yourself. But get looking. Go on Indeed.com, you know. Type it in, go to Indeed, look at job listings and job searches. If you're in a relationship, go be single if your relationship is dull as hell. If you ain't happy with that baby, it ain't gonna do you good and it ain't gonna do your person good either. So if you need to walk out of a connection, it's okay to do so. So the point here is that you're not stuck and tied and bound to anything unless you make yourself that way. You gotta remember you have a choice. And this is the time right now where you're looking for this. Peaked interest. You're looking for something that's going to grab your attention. You're looking for something that's fun. You're looking for something that's exciting. Remember that fun and exciting stuff is out there in the world, but you got to be willing to go on the adventure to find it. All right, Taurus, you have a choice in this. You don't got to stay in the dull stuff. You can go out, you can explore, and who knows, maybe you will stop and arrive at something pretty spectacular. Okay? So don't stick around in what's making you unhappy. Set yourself free. All right, Taurians, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you so much for watching. All right, guys, we have touched base here so far with our first batch of zodiac signs for the daily read. We're going to get into our second batch here shortly, okay? By the way, what's going on, Diona? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping by. Been a minute. What's going on, Annalise? You said just came in to here. Keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Appreciate you, fam. Jules, what's up? Finally catching your live. Hopefully everything's well, and everything's doing pretty good so far, so thank you. What's going on, Spiritual Movement with Lucy D? Hi, Aunt. I love you and your channel. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Give me a moment or so, and then we'll hop back into it. Coming up next is going to be fire. So for fire signs, we'll probably jump on into Team Aries. Aries, you guys are up next, okay? Hope you guys are doing good though, man. Really appreciate you. Hope your weekend was pretty solid. I was doing the members read earlier, so I was talking about it a little bit. But yeah, I had a pretty solid weekend. It was nice. I just feel like it went by super fucking fast. So I don't know about you guys, but this weekend blew by for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And it's Monday, you know, lock in. We're all setting up for a great week ahead. So make sure you set some intentions for this week to crush it, to have a fucking awesome time. So I hope you guys are excited for this week too. What up, Lux? What's going on, Traveling Dancing Queen? Oh my God, I got a live. So excited. Watching from Vietnam. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching from all over the world. Really, really appreciate you. And for everybody that watches me all over the world, really appreciate you guys. It's always super cool to hear where you guys are from and where you're tuning in from. So thank you. I know the time difference is probably intense too. So I appreciate you being able to make it out. Thanks so much. All right, guys. One more moment or so and we're hopping into Aries, okay? Flat out working for new projects. Cool. Love that for you. It's always cool jumping into something new, right? Anyhow, guys, let's get into it. Team Aries, we're going to see what's up with you. What do we got going on here for our Ram fam? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. In the next 24 hours. What's coming up here for Team Aries, please? In the next 24 hours. Hopefully all is well. Let's go ahead and have a look and see what we got going on. Ram fam members, overall energy for you is going to be the Justice. You could be connecting here possibly with a Libra for a few of you. Taking a look into the current energy, we have here the Two of Pentacles, what you're dealing with here. We have the Hierophant in reverse. Looking at the outcome for you, Queen of Wands in the upright position. By the way, hey Tammy, happy birthday to you. Quick little birthday shout out to Tammy. It's her birthday today. All right, Aries, let's have a look, baby. Let's see what's going on. We got here a Justice card, and then we're pairing that Justice card here to the Two of Pentacles. So Justice is balance. Two of Pentacles is kind of like trying to balance, but at the same time feeling like it's hard to find the balance. So if the overall energy is balance, I think what that's stating is you're trying to find the perfect balance, but maybe you're feeling a little bit up and down. You know, you're dealing with a situation right now that sometimes it's working out, other times it's not. Looking at what you're dealing with here right now, Hierophant reversed. This is very interesting. I kind of feel like there's somebody here who you feel like should be helping you and aiding you, but they're not. Maybe you have a new job or you recently got a new position and you feel like the person who's training you isn't helping you much. Maybe you feel like your husband or counterpart isn't helping out or playing the role that they should. Like I'm seeing an energy where it's like you feel like you're putting in the work that you need to, but you need aid or you need assistance. That could be in a relationship. That could be in a marriage. If it's work related, maybe you feel like a trainer's not doing enough to aid you and help you at this time. But at the end of the day here, it's like Queen of Wands, I'm going to figure it out. So I think you're starting to note it's like, even if I'm not getting the help that I still feel like I'm supposed to be getting, right? I'm still going to figure it out nonetheless, because I'm an Aries and I'm a badass bitch. Period, right? Point blank motherfucking period. So this is the energy right now where it's like, I'm going to figure shit out. It could be tough. It could be difficult, but I'm an Aries. I will get it done. That's always going to be your vibe. That's always going to be your energy. So right now things don't seem perfect or things don't seem balanced, but it's like, I'll figure it out. And for some of you, it's like with or without the person, you know, like if somebody is supposed to be training you at work and they're just not training you enough, it's like, fuck it, I'll figure it out. I don't need them. You know, same thing with like a relationship. Maybe you're like, I don't need a man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they offer to help me out with this, or like they said they would show up in the relationship, but maybe they've been distant. It's like, fuck it, I could do this by myself. So I feel like with or without somebody's help, even though like you feel like somebody else should be stepping up to the plate too, you're going to be doing what you can here to make sure that you always get everything done. You know, you got your business, period, on lockdown is what I feel for you. So Aries are about their business. You're going to make sure business is handled with or without someone. Very interesting. Take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for tuning in nonetheless. Really appreciate you guys, okay? All right, everybody, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we've done our fire. We're going to be hopping back on into our water signs here shortly. What's going on, Cody? He said, I love having this on loud with my Aries roommate hearing while he's extremely pessimistic and skeptical of astrology. Hey, it's all cool, man. I don't mind people who are pessimistic about it, or more so skeptic is what I meant to say the least. You know, if people are skeptical about it, it's totally fine. Some people watch me, they don't even believe in what I do. They just like the energy, or they just like watching the readings. But yeah, I mean, it's not for everybody. Some people resonate with this, other people don't. Everybody has their own path, so there's no judgment for me. But yeah, you know, I'm the type of person where it's like respect goes both ways. You know, if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. You guys are always welcome to have whatever beliefs you have. So to the skeptic Aries roommate over there, if you hear this, dude, live your best life, man. At the end of the day, whatever you resonate with is cool. All right. Anyhow, though, guys, let's get back into it. Jumping into the water. We did Cancer already. Let's have a look here at the Pisces and see what we got going on for the fish. All right. What's showing up here for Team Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is showing up here, please, for our Zodiac sign of Piscean in the next 24 hours? What do we got going on here for you? Let's go ahead and take a look. Overall energy for you, Pisces, is going to be the Ace of Swords in reverse. Taking a look here at the current energy, Five of Pentacles reversed, what you're dealing with here. King of Wands in reverse, looking at the outcome, Piscean. King of Swords in reverse showing up here for you as well. You got a lot of reversals showing up here, but let's take a look. You got an Ace of Swords reversed here paired to a Five of Pents reverse. So typically, you're kind of looking at an energy here right now where you're kind of trying to escape a situation or get out of a situation. You don't feel like talking about something is what it looks like, Piscean. However, though, I think what's bothering you is somebody you're dealing with isn't even showing interest. So you're not talking to somebody about a situation, but I think it's also bothering you because somebody else is showing up here like they could care less. So typically, you're probably connecting with a person who naturally would feel like, well, if Pisces is upset, I want to see what's going on. However, though, this time around, it's like they're not showing interest. And looking at the outcome here being the King of Swords reversed, for you, it's like, I don't really want to push their buttons to get them to care. But at the end of the day, it's kind of odd that somebody's showing up as they don't care. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to say some shit that might trigger Pisces, and it can be vice versa, so please do take this if it resonates. But Piscean, the thing is, though, is if you are usually in a space where you're not opening up to somebody, if you're pushing people away, inevitably you're going to push them off the cliff. So when they show up and they're in a space where they're not asking you about what's wrong or what's going on, they're not asking because they don't expect you to give them an answer, right? They're not asking because they don't expect you to tell them how you feel if you've shut them out so many times. Now, like I mentioned, it could be vice versa. Maybe somebody else has been shutting you out. So maybe you're purposely not really engaging in what's going on with them because maybe they pushed you away oh so many times. So like what I said, I know it's going to be a little triggering for some people because I'm calling you out in a certain way, but it's not in a negative way. It's in a, love way or a tough love kind of way. But that's the truth. And as a water sign, I'm so guilty of this shit, I've pushed away tons of people in my life, and then when I wanted them to care, they didn't. right? When I wanted them to ask what was wrong, they didn't. And then I had to realize, yeah, I kind of pushed them away, didn't I? You know, after all those times I never opened up about what I was feeling or what I was going through. So it's important to remember that, right? If people are willing to be there for you, let them. I think that's a very important and valuable thing in life. If people are willing to be there for you, let them. You don't always have to open up and talk about what you're going through. That's totally okay if you want to keep things personal and keep things private. Note and acknowledge that that's okay too. But always remember, if you push people away, inevitably they will be pushed to that limit. So it is something to definitely keep in mind. What I would say though in terms of advice is like, if you want someone to show up and care, tell them that. Let them know how you feel. Let them know what's going on. Let them know that you're sorry for shutting them out. All right. And hopefully if this is vice versa and someone's doing this to a Pisces, you know, open up to them about what's going on with you. Because I think that there's a part of you here, Piscean, more than likely that wanted the person you're dealing with to hear you out and be there for you, but maybe you were afraid of being a burden. I know what that's like too. But the truth is, guys, is that if you have people in your life who give a shit, you're not a burden to them. You're not a burden explaining your emotions, what you're going through, what your problems are, what your difficulties are in life right now. That's never going to make you a burden, okay? And if it makes you a burden, you got some shitty friends. I'm just throwing that out there too. So never be afraid to open up to the people who love you. You know, they're meant to be there for you too, okay? All right, Pisces, I love you. Please don't hate me. Please don't shoot the messenger, okay? If it resonates, cool. If not, it is not your story, so don't apply it, all right? All right, everybody, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys for tuning in nonetheless, okay? All right, baby. So far, y'all, we have done our fire. We've also done our water. Let's get into air. Going into our air signs. Team Aquarius, what's going on here for the birthday peeps, baby? Let's go ahead and have a look, man. Messages showing up here for Aqua, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what's going to be going on here with you beautiful peeps? By the way, for the 118 peeps in the room, really appreciate you guys. If you're enjoying this video, definitely drop a like. If you're new, consider subscribing. I would be happy to have you. What's going to be going on here for Aquarius in the next 24 hours? One more shuffle coming in for you. And we'll see what we got for your daily. Do want to say happy birthday to all the Aquarian peeps. Thank you guys so much for being here. Overall energy, Aquarius, the Four of Pentacles. Taking a look into the current energy, we have here the Lovers, what you're dealing with here. 10 of Wands, looking at the outcome for you, is going to be the 9 of Cups. So you might be connecting with a water sign. We definitely have Gemini showing up here with that Lover, so take that if that applies. Now, you got here so far the Four of Pentacles, and that Four of Pentacles here is going to be paired to the Lovers card. So it feels to me like a lot of you right now, Aquarian, are holding on to someone or something you love. I think, though, at the same time, it's been difficult with someone or something you love, right? Looking at what you're dealing with here, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands can represent being overwhelmed with challenges. So some of you could be facing challenges with those that you love. Maybe it's your romantic partner, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's your family. Overall, though, it doesn't defeat the fact that you love them. You still love them, but no one loves to have challenges with the people they love, right? That could be a tough and difficult thing to overcome. So I feel like for your next 24 hours with the 9 of Cups showing up for the outcome, you're going to do your best here to kind of trying to find a way to stop focusing so much on maybe the problems that have been showing up with the people you care about, but you're going to try to start to focus more on the positives. What are the things that are going right now in my relationship? What are the things that are going right at this moment in my job? What are the things that are going right in this friendship? And I think that's a good way to go about it, because everything's going to come with its fair share of problems, but if we're only completely locked in and tunnel visioned on the problems, it's very hard to see the upsides of what we have, right? And what we love, especially when we're with people. Guys, you're going to go through hurdles in your romantic relationships. No romantic relationship's going to ever be perfect. You're never going to not fight with your partner. You're never going to not have a nasty argument. You're never going to not, almost say, I'm done with you, even though you don't mean it. It happens. Same thing with the business. If you have a business, you're going to lose your mind having that business a couple times a year. Happens. But you still love it. Same with your job. Some of you probably really love your job, but at times you get that one douchebag customer and you're like, I hate this job. This job sucks. At the end of the day, that shit happens, dude. It's life. But when you start focusing on, let's put the problems to the side and let's look at the good stuff, you realize at a core, I love this, or I love them, or I love this job. And even though it comes with its problems, it also comes with its perks, and that's important. And once you tap into that energy, everything kind of slows down. the burdens or the challenges you're facing seem less and less important, and they seem more and more overcomable when you start to remind yourself about the good stuff in the first place. So I highly recommend that. All right, Aquarius, take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for tuning in, and do have a great and amazing rest of your season, and a happy birthday, okay? By the way, 111 viewers in the chat while I was doing your reading, so 111. Numerology, it represents new beginnings, so you can have a new beginning by changing your perception. Removing your focus from the problems and putting your focus on the positives can change the whole perspective, and if you can change a perception, you can change a reality. Something to keep in mind too. Okay? All right, guys. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. We've touched base with the air, water, fire. Let's get back into our earth, jumping into the earth signs. Team Capricorn. Let's see what's going on for our cappuccinos. What's showing up here for Cappy, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got in store here, please, for our zodiac signs of Capricorn? In the next 24 hours, what is going on here for you, baby? Cappy, let's take a look, man. Our last shuffle is approaching. Sorry, I didn't notice these two were overlapping. My apologies. Let me see if it's glitched. Nope, we're good to go. Anyhow, we're getting our last shuffle here, and we'll see what's up. Now, overall energy for the Capricorns, we do have here the Four of Pentacles. Taking a look into your current energy, the Lovers, what you're dealing with, Capricorns, Five of Pentacles, and looking at the outcome, Ten of Cups. What an up and down reading, huh? I got to definitely take a little bit of a careful look into this so I can see what's going on. Four of Pentacles could talk about going into recluse. It could talk about holding on to something too tightly, something you're afraid to lose. Yeah, I think we're moving more in that direction. You're holding on so tight, Capricorn, because you're afraid of losing someone or something. But the issue is, guys, is sometimes you hold on to something so tightly, to put it blunt, you suffocate it. And that's what we want to be mindful of, because when we're too worried about losing something, sometimes, guys, we can have a tendency to lose it in the process. You know, when we're too worried and too fearful, we're not being present with what we love and what's right in front of us. We start to become a little bit scared. And then when we're scared, we can start pushing away the things that are close to us. We could start scaring it away by being in that space of, I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. You know, can't tell you how many times I had that fear in my life, and it ended up resulting in me pushing people or pushing situations away because I was so scared of losing it in the first place. So this is usually out of the nature of being fearful for the future. You're trying to create some sort of long-term stability, maybe long-term romantic stability, maybe long-term career stability. But in spite of that, you get worried. What if this isn't around for the future? What if this person leaves me? What if this job isn't around? It's like you start holding on so tightly to what you have, but you're not realizing in the process, once again, you're suffocating it. So Cappy's looking at what you're dealing with here, Five of Pentacles. It's like, little do you know right now, you're distancing yourself, even though you're trying to protect yourself. You know, if you're trying to hold on to somebody you love and you're trying to be protective, you could be maybe too overly protective to the point where you're pushing them away, even though that's not your intent. So right now, Cappy, the best advice I can give anybody when we're in situations like this is stop focusing so much on the future. It's never going to be in your control all the time, especially when it comes to dealing with other people and other people's free will. What I've learned throughout my journey is that when it comes to the future, especially in regards to a relationship, friendships, anything to do with people that is out of your control, the truth is it's out of your control. The last thing you want to do is worry, because all that does is it takes you away from the present moment. It takes you away from the ability to make memories now with this individual, and it takes you away from being able to focus on what's right in front of you. If you're so wrapped up in a future, which is a reality that currently doesn't even exist, then you're wasting your time and you're missing out on spending time with what's right in front of you right now. So if you're a Capricorn and you're like, Ant, this resonates, stop holding on so tight. Loosen your grip. You know, it's okay. You may never know the future, and that's fine. You may never know necessarily where things are heading, and that's fine. Be present. There's a reason they call it the present moment, because it's a gift, you know? Looking at the outcome here, Capricorn, 10 of Cups, you have a good thing in front of you. Maybe you have a great boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe you have a great job. And I know that there's a part of you that's like, I don't ever want to let this go. I'm so happy with it, you know? And I'm scared that what if one day something happens? You'll know if that day comes. Maybe nothing will ever happen. But why waste time why waste time taking away from the good stuff in front of you for a maybe or a what if or a shoulda, coulda, woulda? Because none of that shit matters if you're not focusing on what's here right now. or what's here that's right in front of you right now. Okay, Capricorns? I hope that helps, because that helped me a lot in my life. I used to be a very anxious person, a very anxious thinker. I used to hold on tightly as a means of self-preservation, and it wasn't even preservating anything. So try to let go a little bit. No, it's okay to let go a little bit. You don't have to hold on so tightly, and enjoy. Be present to the moment. You got something good. Okay? All right, Cappy. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. I love you. Take that if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. So, guys, we've touched base with our second batch of Zodiacs for the daily read. We're going to be getting into our last and our final batch here shortly, okay? All right. Let me read some comments real quick. Very Happy Money said, take out the astrology and you still get King Ant's wisdom, applied knowledge and empathy, and connection with the bomb-ass community. Hashtag just saying. Oh, thank you, Very Happy Monies. I appreciate that. Resonates for you and your Pisces moon. Happy to resonate with you. Heather Ann said, we're having chicken and dumplings for dinner. Beautiful sunny day by the river. Staying high vibe. That sounds first and foremost delicious, and also very nice staying by the river. That's cool. It has been a pretty damn sunny day, no? I've been noticing that. It's nice. We're starting to see the sun peek out more. It's not, getting too dark, too early now, so it's pretty cool. Everybody give it a thumbs up. Thank you, Annalise. I appreciate you. You're welcome, Tammy. My Gemini sun, baby girl, and Aqua Moon had that today, spot on, or had that day today, spot on, for sure. What's going on, OG Coyote? How you doing? What's going on, Esmeralda? How are you? Kim, hello. Finally able to catch you live. Happy to catch you as well. Cody said, cannot wait till I get another reading with you. Happy to hear that. Yeah, hit me up whenever. I always have availability for readings, guys. So, I do have a wait usually with my readings, depending upon which one you buy. It's usually like a week, though. Nothing too intense, but yeah, I always have availability for readings. So whenever you want to come to me, feel free to, okay? All right, guys, one more moment or so, and then we're hopping into our last batch. I do have to run later on because I'm going over to family dinner with my parents. So haven't seen them in a little bit. I know they want to hang out, shoot the shit. So I don't want to be too late arriving, okay? Kat, yo, what up? All right, guys, one more moment, and then we'll jump back into our final four signs, okay? All right. Let's get into it. Jumping back into fire, going into fire signs, we're going to hop on in to our lovely and amazing Leo gang. What's going on here, baby? Message is showing up here for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for our Zodiac signs of Leo in the next 24 hours? What do we got going on here for you? Hopefully, Leo, we're going to be looking at some awesome stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look, okay? Overall energy for you is going to be the Seven of Swords in reverse. Nice to see that this is in the reverse position. Coming into the current energy, we do have here the Eight of Cups in reverse. What you're dealing with at this time, King of Wands in reverse. And last card for the outcome, Ten of Wands. Nice to see this in the reverse position too. So let's go ahead and take a look. Seven of Swords reverse typically means you're avoiding something that could be potentially harmful, or you're avoiding like a painful situation. I think right now, looking at the current energy being the Eight of Cups reversed, you're starting to be very mindful about somebody again, or very mindful about a situation. You're treading very lightly right now, Leo, is what I feel for you. It's about you recognizing, I'm in a territory that could be snake territory, or I'm in a territory that's like shark territory. So I want to be extra careful with my words, with my actions, and with my surroundings. So your next 24 hours, I'm like picturing like the lion's den, right? You want to be mindful walking into the lion's den. I don't know if these are a specific group of people. Maybe you're seeing certain people. For some reason, I feel like it could be the family sector. Unfortunately, in families, sometimes you can have like jealous aunts, really shady cousins. That shit can happen. Maybe you're going to end up coming into contact with these people, seeing these people and these family members, and maybe it's like, I got to just tread lightly. Be careful about what I say and what I do, just because I don't want A, drama being created, or B, I don't want to hear their negativity. Maybe some of you are walking into the workplace. You're trying to be careful about that as well. Either way, though, you're just being very mindful. Like, I need to be on top of myself, and I need to be a little bit in a protective state, just because I could be entering an environment where there could be people that are toxic. So you know this already. You're aware of this, right? Looking at what you're dealing with, King of Wands reversed, this could represent people that aren't very high vibrational, people who have, probably very drama-filled kind of energy. Maybe they like to look down on people and in order to make themselves feel better. Like, I'm just picking up on those vibes, guys. It might not be your story. Anyhow, though, I feel like you're going to come out of the lion's den unscathed. Okay, with the outcome here being the 10 of Wands in reverse. And that makes me feel good because you were extra mindful. Okay, you're like, I know what not to say, what not to do. I am mindful. I'm paying attention to my surroundings, and I'm not letting this energy get to me. Maybe some of you guys have to work with coworkers you can't stand tomorrow, but you know how to keep yourself calm and collected and to not get involved in any sort of bullshit. Maybe you're seeing family. Maybe you're doing something that's a little risky. Either way, you have yourself prepared. And once again, what I love, 10 of Wands reverse for the outcome. This is the energy of coming out of the lion's den unscathed. So that's really wonderful. All right. I like it, Leo. I'm sorry that you may have to enter a situation where you have to tread lightly in the next 24 hours. But at the end of the day, you're coming out of this looking really solid. You know what to do, and that's what's up. All right. Cool. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for watching. If it resonates, awesome. If not, no need to apply it, okay? All right, guys. We've done all the fire. Water signs, you're up next. Give me 1 second, y'all. Thank you very much. What's going on, Heather Ann? And I forgot to say, I absolutely teared up over the magnificent collective reading the other day. So damn proud of you, dude. Well, happy to hear that. It was definitely an intense one. I don't know. I just felt called to do that collective, and I almost never do collective readings on the channel. So happy you enjoyed that for sure. Best guidance and advice for all, and best collective reading I've heard yet. Good job. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Marlene. Hey. In the Fat Albert voice. That's what's up. What's going on, Marlene? How you doing? Hope you're doing good, my love. All right, guys. Let's get back to it. We're going to hop into the water. For the water signs, we're going to be taking a look here at Scorpio. So Team Scorpio, let's have a look and see what's going on here, baby. Message is showing up for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information showing up here for Scorpios? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24. Some of you may be wondering what people's intentions are in the next 24 hours. You could be wondering that. I was hearing like, I want to know their intentions, or I'm trying to be mindful of their intentions. So you could be like keeping a close eye on someone, Scorpio. All right, but overall energy for you, what do we have? 4 of Wands in reverse. Looking at the current energy, 10 of Cups reversed. What you're dealing with at this time, 3 of Cups reversed. Scorpio, what the hell's going on? Looking at the outcome here, the Hierophant. Interesting. I feel like Scorpio, yeah, you're definitely kind of keeping a bit of a close eye on someone or a environment, because 4 of Wands reverse could represent the energy of like a unstable environment. And I think for you guys right now, whether we're talking about a friendship, for any moderator, for the person who's spamming, if you guys can ban that guy, I appreciate it. For anybody who is in a space, Scorpio, whether you're dealing with a friend or whether you're dealing with relationships or whether you're happening to deal with family, you're in some sort of environment right now that doesn't feel all that stable, okay? And I feel like it's really frustrating for you. Looking at the current energy, 10 of Cups in the reverse showing up here for you. That's often pretty representative of unfulfillment. So you're unfulfilled right now with an environment, and I think that it's like the environment's not necessarily working with you, okay? Sorry that I have to interrupt, Scorpio. Let me just ban this guy real quick, just because that is really distracting. So there we go. Okay. Sorry, I had to ban somebody who was spamming. Like I was saying, though, Scorps, you're in an environment where I think you feel like it should be stable, but it's not. So things are a little weird, and you want to know somebody's intentions. Maybe you have a friend who's suddenly been really weird lately. Maybe you have a lover who's been suddenly kind of weird. Maybe you have family who's been acting weird, and it's like, you know what? I'm not really liking the vibes lately. And with that being said, I haven't really been having much of a good time around these people. But it's an it is an environment where you should feel okay. It's an environment where you should feel safe, because the outcome here being the Hierophant says that. The Hierophant says this is something that you are invested in, that you know should be safe, right? So it's a little odd. Maybe you feel weird vibes in your family, in your relationship, whatever the case may be, but it's like I want to kind of pay close attention to their intentions, because if something suddenly shifted, best believe a Scorpio is going to pick up on it, right? Scorpios are water signs, Very intuitive, just like a Cancer, just like a Pisces. So when a Scorpio feels the vibe is off, they're not just feeling, they're knowing the vibe is off. So you're paying attention here. You want to not only figure out people's intentions, but you're going to get your investigator cap on and you're going to figure out what the fuck is going on. So I think you've been noticing, I feel like something's off. I want to pay close attention to that. And I'm going to see what I can uncover and what I can find. All right, is what I think is going on here. So you are just paying close attention because you feel a shift in an environment and you want to know what's happening. Okay, so Scorpios, you're keeping that watchful eye, guys. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Take it if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. Okay. All right, guys, we have touched base here now officially with all of our water signs. We've also touched base with all the fire. So let's get back into the air. Okay, jumping into the air signs, we're going to be having a look here at Team Gemini for the next 24. So what do we got going on here for Gemini, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information showing up here, please, for our zodiac signs of Gemini in the next 24 hours? Hopefully, guys, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Really, really appreciate you. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and see. Starting out here, Gems, with the overall energy for you, we have here the Three of Wands in reverse. You could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign like an Aries, Sag, Leo. Coming into the current energy, we have here the Five of Wands in reverse, what you're dealing with, Gemini, Ace of Cups in the upright, and then having a look here at the outcome, Hermit in the upright coming in too. You could be dealing with a Virgo just because the Hermit here made an appearance, but let's take a look here, Gems. You begin here first and foremost with the Three of Wands reversed, then you pair that energy here to the Five of Wands in reverse as well. I feel for Gemini gang, you're kind of turning your back on a situation that seems like that was a bit toxic. Five of Wands can represent toxicity. It could also just represent like a lot of stress and conflict. I think you have officially decided, I can't do this anymore. Maybe you were dealing with harsh working conditions or a job was just too stressful. Maybe a person in your life is too stressful. I've had people in my life where I'm like, you know what, as much as I care, it's always a stress here and I need to do what's right for me. So I've had situations like that where I've had to walk away. So I feel for you guys, you're in that space, right? It's like, I need to walk away right now from something that's just been way too stressful. Having a look at what you're dealing with here being the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups here is representative of fulfillment. And I think you're realizing I've spent a lot of time pouring out my cup to try to make a situation less stressful. And that's like trying to use water to douse out a fire that's constantly getting more gasoline added to it, okay? If you keep adding gas to a fire and you have a tiny little cup of water, what's going to win, the fire or the water? Probably the fire. It's going to keep on rising. The flames are going to keep on going higher. So I think you started to look at a situation like that. And it's like, I can't just have this tiny cup and throw it all at this fire only for the flames to keep on engulfing it. It's just not worth it at this point. So I need to focus on filling up my cup so that I can drink from my cup. And I need to make sure that my cup is filled because I can't keep on emptying it, right? So I think you're in this space, guys. Looking at the outcome for you being the Hermit, Hermit says, I just got to do me. Right now, that's the wisest decision, and Hermit also represents wisdom. So you're saying to yourself, this is the wisest decision for me right now, to fill my cup first, to put me at the forefront, and I've been dealing with something too stressful for far too long, and I need to leave it be. Right now, what's important to me is getting this cup filled. I can't keep emptying it and having nothing left over, right? Absolutely. So if it resonates, Gemini, take it for sure. If it doesn't, leave it be. But thank you for tuning in nonetheless. And yeah, I understand where you're coming from, man. Okay. All right, guys, we've touched base with all the air, all the water, and all the fire. We're moving on into our last Earth sign here, guys. Okay. So we've done for Earth Taurus. We've also done our Capricorn. So Virgos, you guys are up. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Okay. Let's have a look. Messages coming in here for Team Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What's going to be showing up here for Virgo, baby? Message is showing up for Virgo in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for you? Let's go ahead and take a look. Virgo, overall energy here for you is going to be the Hangman in the upright position. Taking a look at the current energy, Page of Pentacles in reverse, what you're dealing with here, the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, and then looking at the outcome, guys, Chariot in reverse as well. Let's go ahead and have a look. Couple of things to note. You could be connecting here with a Pisces. You also could be dealing with a Cancer or an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. We had a lot of zodiacs in here, so take that if that applies, okay? Hangman here, Page of Pence in reverse here. Yeah, what I'd say for Virgo gang is like it definitely feels like you're stopping in terms of reaching out. I think right now you're tired of reaching out, you're done reaching out, because when you see a Page of Pentacles reversed, it's like I have nothing to offer right now, right? And Hangman in the upright typically represents the energy of stagnancy, so it's like I've been stuck trying to reach out for so long that I'm at a point in time right now where I just can't do it anymore, right? I've tried to reach out and reach out and reach out, and I just can't. I don't have that within me anymore, you know? Having a look at what you're dealing with being the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune usually marks completion. Therefore, you are making a big change because it is a big change, but you're also bringing something to a completion here for you, Virgo, okay? I think Wheel of Fortune here says it's time to stop. It's time to stop reaching out. Maybe you were reaching out to someone. Maybe you weren't getting a response. Maybe you were reaching out to a job, they weren't hitting you back. But it's like, I'm so tired of waiting for that response or so tired of waiting for somebody else to be on board. I can't do this, right? It's either something resonates with me or it doesn't. It's either something's in my vibrational resonance or it's not. So with that being said for you, looking at the outcome here being the Chariot in reverse, Chariot reverse showing up here for you represents, Virgo, that you just can't move forward with this anymore. So I think that whether you're dealing with a person, a work situation, maybe you were dealing with like career and just like your employer wasn't meeting you halfway. Maybe you kept asking for a raise and you never got it. Maybe it's like deuces, peace out. Like I need to go find a job that's going to pay me adequately. It could be the same thing with a person. Maybe someone just doesn't show up in your life anymore. And it's like, I can't keep trying to make plans with you and you're always canceling on me. Could be that kind of energy. Anyhow though, Virgo, I just think you're at that point in time, man, where it's like, I just can't do this anymore. I've waited for a long enough time in hopes that things would change and that things would be different, but it ended up the same. So with that being said, I don't have the room anymore to keep on reaching out if I'm not going to have that same reciprocity, you know, for sure. Okay. And I understand where you're coming from. All right, Virgo. So, you know, take that if it resonates, of course, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for tuning in here nonetheless. Okay. All right, Virgo, let's keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. Thank you for coming on out. With that being said though, guys, we have finished up the daily. Before we go into the thanks and closing credits, let me just say a couple, or let me respond to a couple messages here real fast. Nice Karma Tarot. What's going on? I'm on the way to the hospital for an MRI. Blessings to all of you and good luck to me. Got you on for sure. I hope you have a good, well, I do hope you have a good time nonetheless, but hopefully the MRI goes great and we are looking forward to great results. So I'll keep you in my prayers, wishing nothing but good luck to you. Okay. What's going on? Hi Soul. You said what? Extreme perfect timing. Yeah, you're a Virgo. I know that. You said I pull up as he pulls the first card. Fuck yeah, dude. That's what's up. Anyhow though, guys, with that all being said here, everybody, guys, thank you for coming out here to the daily reading. Happy Monday, y'all. Hope you had a wonderful weekend, and I hope we're looking forward to a fantastic week. It's Monday. Set those goals, set those intentions to have a really fantastic week ahead. Either way, though, I want to say thank you for stopping by. If you are new here as you're stopping by, consider hitting that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate having you as a part of the Soul family. And of course, guys, if you're not notified, click those notifications to never miss out when I upload or when I go live. As always, guys, if you are interested in personal reads, they're always going to be available. So first link in the description box below. If you want to book me there, feel free to get a reading at CancerMoonsTarot.com. That is the only way you can get a reading with me. I will never reach out to you for a reading. The only way you can get it is by booking me at my website. So watch out for the scammers, because the scammers are ruthless. Either way, though, I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you. All right. Shout out to the peeps overall for being here. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to anybody who's ever sent in donations. Thank you guys for that. Shout out to my moderators. Thank you guys for your hard work. And of course, shout out to my members and subscribers. Thank you guys so much, man. You guys have given me more than I could ever, you know, realize that I would have. So just know that I appreciate you so much. Okay. All right, everybody. Have a great Monday. I'm going to go be taking care of everything else for the rest of my night. I got some stuff going on tonight, so I will catch you all in the next video. Okay. All right, guys. Much love. Take care and have yourselves a good one. Peace. Later, y'all.